Hello everybody, it's Sherry with Pallet to Pallet. Today we're going to do an assembly video on our adorable vintage kitchen scale. Isn't this so cute? Look at that. So if you have your own laser cutter, CO2 laser machine, the file for this vintage kitchen scale is available on my Etsy shop. If you don't, you can order the blanks from me and you can paint it and assemble it yourself. You can also order a finished product from me. Okay, so three ways you can get this. If you have your own laser cutter, my files are on Etsy under Pallet to Pallet. And it's pallet like the wood to palette like the paint palette. So it's P-A-L-L-E-T, this side, T-O-P-A-L-E-T-T-E. Okay, so the first one is the wood type of palette, and the second one is like a painter's palette, pallet to pallet. So you can get blanks from me, and I will cut them for you on my laser. And you can also order a finished product from me. Okay, so let me go to the overhead view and we will get started. So these are the pieces. There's the finished product that you can't see from the overhead view. But here are the pieces that you will receive, and they look a little confusing, but it's really not once you understand what I'm doing. So this is the bottom base piece, okay, this square. This with the hole in it is the second tier of the base piece, and then this decorative one with the slide in it is the third. So those have to line up exactly. So what I like to do, I'll put glue on the middle one, okay, and I will center that by eyeball. And the reason that there's a slot in both of them, it's so the stand goes in farther, okay? This is only 1/4 inch thick wood, so with two of them together, now this is going in a 1/2 inch. So then I'll put glue on this one. Watch this nifty trick. Just make sure that it's lined up properly. I will slide it in there. Then I will put that in the bottom slot, and then I will push this down so that I make sure that it is lined up, and my back brace piece, or my center brace piece, is going to fit inside those slots. If you get that off kilter, this won't fit in there. So I'm going to leave it like that for a minute, and I don't think this will clamp on there. Nope, they're not big enough. So most of my projects, or most items that are only 2 layers thick, you can use a clothespin to clamp them together while you're waiting for the glue to dry. But we'll just give that a minute over there, and know that this isn't glued in yet, but we will glue that in because it's got a flat bottom, so we can put some glue in there and stick that in there. But I'm going to let that dry like that for just a second. We're going to glue our little arrow onto our scale face. We can point that wherever we want it to. The round frame piece is the piece for the scale face. Okay, and then all those ovals are the top of the scale. So I'm going to put a little glue around the whole rim of the round piece. I use Tight Bond wood glue for most of my projects. Too much glue on that one. Baby wipes come in so handy. And see, this is what I mean about the clothespins. I can put them right on there, and it's going to clamp these two together and make sure it dries without moving on me. Now these pieces, so this is going to go on the top of the stem to hold it there, but it's just going to fall right through unless we have a solid piece on top of it. So that's why these are layered like that. Okay, so the best thing to do is to glue this on here first and center it. Okay, so we're going to put some glue around this oval piece, and we don't need it right in the middle because that's where the hole is. And I'm just going to center it on there by eyeball because it just needs to be close. And then these are different sizes. So one is smaller than the other, and it's so that they can layer up. So I'm sure that you can see that. And so it layers it, it makes it look bigger, or gives it more depth. So this piece goes on first. So the smaller piece is going to go on first, and it glues to the bottom of that. And then this piece glues on it. You just have to center them all. And so then you've got some depth in there so that what you put on doesn't roll right out. There's a lip. Okay? So we're just going to put some glue on this one. And I think that was too much glue over there. Wipe a little bit of that off. Spread it around. Put the smaller one on first and just center it so that it's touching that base piece on the bottom. Then you put the larger one on. So now we've created the lip on there. And mine didn't stay glued. I moved it too quick. Do it upside down. Make sure that all the wood is touching. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put a little bit of glue right in this slot and right in that slot. Okay, so there's glue in there for this to stand on, or to get glued to, and then I put glue in the top of that one. So we put that in there, and then we put that on there. Hold it for a minute so it can glue, or let the glue set up a little bit. And then we glue the face to the front, and that's it. Looks a little intimidating when you get all those pieces cut, but okay, this should be good and dry. And I think I want my arrow pointing to the right, so I'm going to glue it on this way. I'm going to go in that way, yeah. So when you're putting glue on the back of this, remember that it's only in the center, a strip of the center that needs the glue. So I'm actually going to put the glue on here in the center and then put my scale face on it, so I don't have glue showing all over the back. Give it a moment to set. No, it's not completely dry. It needs a while to dry, but it sets pretty quick, and you can start moving things around a little bit. But I'm going to want to leave it like this until it dries all the way. But oh, and that didn't stay on. But there you go. It's all put together, and we're going to leave it like this until it dries. And if you wanted to do like one section at a time and let it dry, one section at a time, let it dry, that would work as well. You don't have to do it all together. But here's the finished one. Let me flip back to the front view for you. Here's the finished one. That's all nice and dry. I did this one a few weeks ago, actually. And they're just adorable to set in your kitchen for a cute little decor piece. So again, the file is available on my Etsy shop. And this assembly video, obviously, if you're watching it, you're already on YouTube. If you're looking for blanks, follow me on my Facebook page. There's so many places, right? So I've got the YouTube channel, I've got the Etsy shop, and I've got my Facebook business page. I guess that's it. I guess that's not too many. Trying to keep up with everything. So that is the assembly video for the vintage kitchen scale. And keep watching for more tutorials, more file releases, and I'll be back soon. Bye.